Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So my name is Sam Paparo, if you didn't know that already, and I'm making this video based off an Instagram story I posted this past week. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, it's just at Sam Paparo. I'll post it right here. And yeah, so I post a lot of different content every single day on there. I really try to help you guys, and the reason why I'm making this video is because I did put a story up that got a lot of amazing feedback, and people were like, wow, you basically just laid out my entire life, and I could totally relate to that. So that's why I wanted to make a video about it, because I think a lot of us fall into this cycle, this toxic cycle, that we don't even know that we're doing this day in and day out every time we embark on a weight loss journey. So what is the toxic cycle? Toxic cycle, right? Hopefully you guys can see that. Toxic cycle. And I'm going to be referring to the cycle on my phone because I did take screenshots of it all, so that way I'd be able to lay this out on my YouTube video and do it all correctly, exactly how I put on my Instagram story, so there's no confusion. So if you're coming from Instagram and checking this out, I'm going to explain what I put on there more in detail. First things first, in the toxic cycle, you make a decision, I want to lose X amount of weight. So it's deciding, maybe you've gone through a period of eating that's just not making you feel good, and you're like, you know what, I want to lose 20 pounds. That's what I want to do. I want to lose 20 pounds, and that's it. Like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the gym every day. I'm going to eat good, all this stuff, right? And then, but when you're in of you deciding to lose weight, is it coming from a place of negative self, should probably write better, talk? Negative self-talk, right? So you're already starting, you haven't even basically started your weight loss journey, you just decided you wanted to lose weight through negative self-talk. You know, maybe you're looking at yourself in the mirror, you're like not liking what you see, you're telling yourself all the things you don't like about yourself, you're trying on clothes, getting frustrated, not feeling good, and just so frustrated with who you are, and you know, you have all these negative feelings. So you're using this negativity to fuel your cycle. So realize, you put negative in, you can't expect to get positive out. So you're putting negative self-talk, but let's keep going. You know, maybe you're not happy with the way you look, you're so frustrated, you talk badly about yourself, you're constantly criticizing yourself, and then you decide to restrict lots of foods. So you're restricting, you're like, I'm cutting out all sweets, I'm cutting out dairy, I'm cutting out carbohydrates, I don't know what the case may be. A lot of people just cut out crazy things when they embark on a weight loss journey, and they just think that's going to magically solve their problems. So let's think about this from square one. You decide you want to lose weight. Think about the reasons why you're deciding to lose weight. Talking to yourself negatively, restricting food. So already you're putting in negative and you're restricting yourself. So realize, when you restrict yourself for too long of a period of time, your body and your mind is going to want what you've been restricting. So, you know, maybe you restricted foods for, let's say, 2 weeks. You want 2 weeks strong of no sugar, no nothing, and you're eating really healthy, and all of a sudden you are experiencing episodes of binging. You go out, you get invited to go out somewhere, and you wind up overdoing it, you can't control yourself, and you wind up binging. And if it's not a binging, it's a period of overeating. You know, I wouldn't say everybody experiences binging, but I think overeating on some level, we've all experienced that. But figure out where the place it's coming from. Is it coming from restriction, or is it just coming, you know, just because like you're celebrating something or whatever the case may be? Like, think about this cycle. So now you're at the point, you know, you've overeaten, you're feeling frustrated, you're like, you know, I just did all this work for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I just did this to myself. Why did this happen? I mean, I decided I want to lose weight, I did this part, now I'm here, why do I feel like I'm going backwards? And then we move into period, okay, now I'm gonna go try to make up for the binging and the overeating. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna over exercise. I'm gonna go run 3 miles, I'm gonna work out 6 days, 7 days a week, I'm gonna run off all those calories that I ate, and I'm gonna feel feelings of guilt and feeling like I need to run it off, I need to burn those calories that I ate when I was overeating and binging. And you know, you're gonna be at the point where you're going to get burnt out. You're just gonna be at this point where, you know what, I feel defeated, and I give up. right? You decide to give up. You know what? I'm gonna take a break from all this. I have my life. I've got so many stresses in my life. I have kids, I have a wife, I have a husband, I have a job, whatever the case may be. I'm giving up and I just can't do this anymore, and I will try to lose weight another time. And I think a lot of us can relate to this cycle and realize that it doesn't come from a place of positivity. It doesn't come from a place where you're feeling good. You're already in the beginning of this whole entire cycle not feeling good about yourself and not as happy as you want to be, and you think losing weight is going to be the answer to your happiness. And it's so much more than that. So what I want to give you guys is the positive feedback cycle that's going to lead you to long-term weight loss, not only just weight loss, but feeling good about who you are, creating a life you want to live, and feeling better on a day-to-day basis. So hopefully this diagram makes sense. Try to make it really, really easy. This comes from a place of experience. I know what it's like to be in this cycle. I know what it's like to be restarting. And if you're tired of restarting, then you're going to definitely want to check out the positive feedback cycle. So I'm going to explain what that is right now. Okay, so we've talked about the toxic cycle. You know, we're done with that. We're done with restarting. We want to find a better solution to our problem. And the problem at hand is we don't feel good about as confident as we want to be in ourselves. We don't feel good about who we are, and we want to feel better. And trust me, I think we all could feel better in some type of way in our lives, and if we aren't constantly getting better, if we aren't growing, we aren't living. So let's talk about the positive feedback cycle. Positive feedback cycle. Okay, so let's try something different. Instead of deciding to lose X amount of weight, why don't we say to ourselves, you know what, I'm gonna refer to my phone. You decide that you want to look and feel better. You know what? I decide that I want to look and feel better. So we're hitting the inside and the outside part of who we are, not just the external factor. We want to feel better, and you know what? It'd be nice to look better as well, but to feel good about ourselves from the inside. So decide you want to look and feel better, right? So that's already starting off good. You know, I want to start off by looking and feeling better. So what's next for me? So part of feeling better is, you know, choosing foods that's going to make your body feel good. So if you're choosing foods that isn't making your body feel good, you don't ultimately want to feel better, right? So part of doing that is choosing, don't know how to spell, foods that make you, life of a lefty, you know? Feel good. So with choosing foods that make you feel good, there's no restriction. So when you're coming from a place of no restriction, you're not going to feel like you're missing out on anything. You're actually choosing foods that ultimately give you energy, make you feel good, makes your digestive system feel good, makes you perform at your best, and you're noticing that because you want to feel better, you're going to make these decisions innately because you already told yourself, I want to feel better. And I think, like I said, we all have room to feel better. So now we're choosing foods that make us feel good, and that's choosing any foods that make you feel good. And be honest with yourself when you're doing this process, any weight loss process, not even weight loss, any transformational process, whether it be mentality, whether it be life changing, whether it be body transformation, you have to be honest with yourself throughout the entire process, because if we aren't taking responsibility for our actions, we're not going to ultimately see change. So take responsibility, be honest with yourself, and choose foods that ultimately make you feel good, right? And then you're gonna start, you know what, I'm choosing foods that make me feel good. I feel like I have more energy. I feel like I'm just able to perform better. So now I'm gonna start exercising in ways you love. So by this I mean, you don't have to do weight training. You don't have to just do cardio. You don't have to do HIIT. You don't have to do anything. You have to do whatever X form of movement that you really love. And there's no one way or right way to do things. It's whatever you like doing, because whatever you like doing, you'll find yourself being more consistent with that. So I personally really like to weight train. So I weight train. You know, I love doing that, and it makes me feel really good to go into the gym and work on myself and perform weight training type exercises. And I'm mixing it up sometimes, but I would say ultimately my favorite form is weight training. So I exercise in a form that I love. But if I was eating foods that were making me feel bad, and I was restricting, and I was feeling these feelings of guilt and all this stuff, I probably wouldn't make time to really exercise and to do that for myself, because I wouldn't really be able to perform at my best. So it starts with here. You know, you're fueling your insides. Now for your outsides, you're going to exercise in ways that you love. And then you're going to notice, you know what? I am starting to feel better. I'm feeling better about yourself. And now you notice, you know what? I'm getting better sleep because I'm exercising, I'm eating well, my digestive system's good, my energy is good. I feel like I could perform throughout the day. When it's time to go to sleep, my body is ready to go to sleep. So you're getting better sleep. Sleep is so important. And if you don't believe me, you don't have to believe me if you don't want to. So if you don't believe me, why don't you try not going to bed for 24 hours and then trying to perform at your best the next day. You know, just take that as an example, as sleep being really, really important. So, and at this point, also, you're maybe having more fun. Take time for ourselves and do things that we love when we're feeling good. So maybe at this time, maybe you're doing activities that you didn't have energy for before and you're having more fun. The more fun we have, the better we feel. The more we do things for ourselves, the more we feel good. I think, you know, having fun is so important in your life. You don't want to go through life just going to work and, you know, taking care of people and things. You want to have fun, experience, create the life you love to live. So I think at this point, you know, you're eating good, you're moving around, you're in ways that you love, exercising in ways that you love. And then, you know, you're feeling good about yourself, you're getting better sleep, feeling more well rested, and you have more time and more energy to have more fun. I think that's really, really key in life. I think a lot of us, you know, once we get to like this adult phase, we're like, you know, my fun is over, and it's not the case. You can always find ways to have fun, and you deserve to have as much fun as you want in this life. And then also I find that, you know, when we're at this point, you're doing things for yourself. Doing things for you. So when you start doing things for yourself, you start to feel better. The better you feel, the better that you can give to others. You cannot perform at your best and give your best what you don't already give to yourself. And I know that that was like a really deep truth that I found within myself. Like, if I'm not taking care of myself, if I don't feel good about myself, I honestly can't give my best to all areas of my life. So it's a ripple effect. Realize everything has a compound effect on each other. So you start doing things for yourself, you start feeling better about yourself, and you're just like in this positive feedback cycle. You know what? We're gonna get a little ambitious here, because I believe that when you fully mastered this point, you know what? Maybe you start the business that you've always wanted to start. Maybe you like had this idea and you were like, you know what? I'm feeling really good about myself. I believe in myself. I'm seeing progress. I see myself, you know, put time and energy into something and seeing it pay off. So why not apply this to my life? And maybe I wanted to always start this business. And if you're like, you know what? I have no desire in this world to start a business. That is totally, totally, totally fine. You don't have to start a business. Maybe you just start giving more to your job. Giving more. It doesn't mean necessarily giving more hours and stuff like that. It's just feeling better about your job, you know, giving your best effort in your job. Maybe get a promotion just because, you know, you've been really excelling at your job and you're outperforming people who are your colleagues. So I would say it could be applied to your own job or just maybe starting a business. So it could be either or maybe you're giving more to your family. Maybe you don't even work a job and you don't want to own a business, but you take care of family and you're giving to your family in the most amazing way possible. Whatever you do in life, maybe you should start giving more to that in your whatever job, profession, or, you know, tasks that you take on most of the days of the week. And then at this point, you're creating a better life for yourself. Sorry, this is like a little, so this is like the separate from this one. If you guys don't already know, my AirPods, like the case, I have the saying create your life. I actually want to get it tattooed on my body because, you know, it's something that I don't feel like we were taught as kids, like growing up, that we can actually are the creators of our own reality. That, you know, life doesn't just happen to us. We can let life happen to us. We can be in this like reactive mode. We can keep going through the toxic cycle. We can keep going through the motions and, you know, blaming other people and other things for our circumstances, or we can take control of it, make these decisions, make these positive decisions, positive in, positive out, and, you know, start seeing our lives change, start being in control of it, start feeling better. And I think when we ultimately feel better, we make better decisions for ourselves. And I know genuinely if I'm not feeling good, like I don't want to do anything. And it's important for me to take time for myself, to feel good, to create daily habits for myself that cause me to do the things that I love. You know, it doesn't just happen in one day. The cycle doesn't happen in one day. This is a compound effect. Days on days on days of doing this and creating new habits and feeling better. And I think it takes about 66 days to form a new habit. So this is why, like, I have this 12-week program that I have been selling for over 2 to 3 years now. I've been coaching for over 5 years, but I recently, about 2 to 3 years ago, started selling a 12-week program because I truly believe that you need at least 66 days to form a new habit. So if you do an 8-week program, realize that that habit isn't even concretely in your mind, and you probably will go back to the toxic cycle. You might gain the weight back. Maybe you'll go back to your habits that you don't like, and you need at least 66 days to do that, which is why I have a 12-week program, and I've seen tremendous success from the people in there. And I'll include some of the testimonials here of just what people have said about not only the transformational physical aspect, but the transformational mental aspect of it. They genuinely feel good about themselves. They're learning mindset practices. They're moving towards a better life for themselves. And, you know, that is my goal as a coach. I'm not here to just transform your body. I want you to believe that you can transform your life, and I can't do that for you. I can't transform your life for you. I can just provide you with the tools necessary in order to get there. Because, you know, I wouldn't be here in Marina Del Rey, California, in a really gorgeous apartment right on the water, if I didn't believe that I could create my life. I would be in a situation that probably, like, I thought that I had to be in, and I thought that, you know, I wasn't deserving for anything more than that. And I know what it's like to be in that mindset. So believe that you are made for more. You can do whatever you want in this life, and it starts with how you want to feel. And, you know, I think part of how you look really comes from how you feel. So if you believe that, you know, feeling good, feeling calm, taking care of yourself, your body's just going to respond positively to that. It's going to be on your side. But if we aren't taking care of our insides, our outsides are going to show that it's not feeling good. I think your outsides tell a lot about your insides. So I truly believe that your mind is in control of how your body changes, and if you're feeling good, you're seeing progress, you're taking care of yourself, your body's going to respond to that. So I hope this helped you in some way, maybe change your perspective when you go and, you know, start any type of transformational process, and realize you have to do the work that not everybody talks about. And you're going to see online, you know, this is what you need to eat, this is how you need to train, you're gonna get the results. But then why do you keep restarting and going back to the person that you were? Because you aren't doing this mindset work, this internal work that's gonna make a change throughout your entire life, like not just your body. So we are more than our bodies. Our bodies are here as a tool to create and experience life. So take care of it. Take care of yourself, do for yourself. And if you're interested in being a part of the SP Fit community and trying out the 12-week program, you can click the link below to inquire. I schedule a call with you, see if you'd be a good fit. Not everybody is a good fit, because I'm looking for people who genuinely want to transform, who want to challenge themselves, who want to change for the better, and who literally are accepting of the fact that, you know what, I have to change myself. Be willing to let go of the person you are today to become the person that you want to become. And, you know, it's a really incredible experience, and my goal throughout is really just for you to be better, feel better, create a better life, see positive changes, and realize this life is really amazing if we open up our eyes to it. So I hope this video helped you guys in some way. I love you so much. I'm really happy to be back on YouTube. I'm going to be posting more videos, probably similar to this. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments. You're welcome to submit other questions, other topics that you'd like for me to make. Hopefully this is really simple and easy for you guys to follow. I love you so much. If you aren't subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up if you like this video, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.